What's going on, guys? It's the Common Investor here, bringing another video. Today, we're going to break down my specific portfolio. I put everything in Excel, put all the data down, and got some percents for you. I guess it's not your typical portfolio. I won't talk too much on it. I'll kind of let the guys rip it apart. Give me your thoughts, guys. What do you think of this? You think it's the next S&P 500 or what?
So we got a pretty big position on Uber. That's your biggest position.
I love
22.23% of the portfolio is Uber.
It's a little big though. I need to add to some other positions to bring that down.
Yeah, so you have Uber, Boeing, Southwest. That makes up and then I guess you can add Facebook in there.
Boeing and Southwest make up almost 20%. So I got another 20% just in airlines alone, which is another.
Yeah, you have 20% in airlines and then another 20% in Uber, which is like travel. So
I counted out with like blue chip companies they have. So like I counted Facebook, Apple, Johnson Johnson, 3M, Procter & Gamble, Disney, Waste Management, Coke, and JP Morgan. And that ends up being 37% of the total portfolio. So at
that's
least
pretty good.
37% in blue chip. Those, they better not go anywhere.
Yeah,
that
should be good. Those
awful would have to happen for those to go. But I wanna put more in. I wanted to put more into Procter & Gamble. I almost added today because they were down a little bit. 3M, I got 5 stocks reporting earnings this week. 3M and let's see, what's the other one? 3M and Southwest announced tomorrow morning. Boeing and Facebook announce on Wednesday, and then Apple announces on Thursday. So it's a big earnings week for me. Things are probably going to move pretty soon. Beyond Meat's grown a lot.
Your position or like
my position? Well, just like my percentage of the portfolio for Beyond Meat's grown maybe 1% or 2 over the last few days, just because it's rocketed so high.
What's your view on it being downgraded today?
Short term, it'll be fine. I think it's fine. I mean, they do have the competition with Impossible Foods, which I kind of wish Impossible Foods was a stock as well, but they're not, because I feel like those are going to be the 1-2. Your biggest. It'll be your Uber and Lyft. There you go.
Have you ever had Beyond?
Do you think they'll actually be profitable, unlike Uber and Lyft?
Uber is going to be profitable.
Explain. How?
Their CEO, he is a god. He was the CEO of, what is it called? It's not Booking. It's Expedia. Yep. And he grew that company 4x. I have a total faith in him as a CEO. I think it was a good move to get rid of the previous guy. I'm not even going to try to say his last name because he was the founder, but he was more, I think they needed a new face. And I think that they picked the right CEO for the job. They were going to be profitable. Well, they said they were going to try to be profitable by the end of this year. Obviously, Corona had other things for them to get underneath them. But I feel like, Uber's got the brand name. No one said, hey, when you're at the bar, no one's like, yo, someone call a Lyft. It's always an Uber. Cab industry is done.
So are you saying that Uber is only good for drunken escapades on the weekends? Because that doesn't sound like a great business to me.
Well, that's one of their biggest right now. That's their biggest revenue maker, obviously, and it's transportation around like cities and everything. Like New York City, no one actually owns a car. They just take cabs, or they walk, or they take public transportation. So I think Uber's really revolutionized that in major cities. I think they're going to take over the transportation industry as far as like trucking goes. I feel like they're going to tap into that market, and it's just going to explode. So
what's your short-term view on what happens after COVID-19?
I think
What's your idea? Do you think more people are going to take Ubers in cities rather than metro? Do you think people are going to want to get in Ubers? Do you think people are going to be investing more in buying their own cars? What's your idea? Why are you so bullish on Uber right now?
I think Uber. I mean, it is real risky right now in the short term. It's going to move pretty significantly, but I feel like in the long term, this is going to grow, exponentially. It already is, and I think, I mean, if we're looking at a silver lining for Uber right now, Uber Eats for them, I think, is kind of crushing it. No
But
one's.
they had to get rid of their Uber Eats.
Well, I know
Was
they
it India?
did, but I think this is going to add so much more revenue to their Uber Eats in like America. They got rid of Uber Eats and it was it Europe or
I think it was India. I'd have to look back at it.
yeah. They had to get rid of it there because it wasn't profitable. But I think this might be the silver lining for them to kind of
Is Uber
make
Eats?
it profitable.
I mean, is Uber Eats any better than Grubhub? And Grubhub?
Yeah. Well, what do you think Uber does? Do you think
I
think they buy
Uber Eats, I
Grubhub?
use Grubhub. I think with Uber they added a feature where if you use Uber Eats or use Uber, you get points towards some sort of level of service. So you get additional services if you get to like 500 points. That's the first level.
But that seems like a gimmick to me, because if you look at Grubhub, all you need to do is sign up with a new email every month and you get $10 off delivery.
Is that really profitable though? Giving people free
Grubhub?
food?
All right, Luke, I got a question for you. Why do you have so much invested in Uber and then you're investing in JP Morgan? Meanwhile, Chase has affiliations with Lyft and their credit card reward points. Explain that.
That's
Conflicts of interest, Luke.
Do you know what he's doing? He's
Cool,
double
right.
dipping. He's double dipping. He doesn't have full confidence in Uber, so he wants a little bit of Lyft too.
JP Morgan is too big to fail. They've already proved that in 2008.
They're the best. Yeah, they're the best.
They're never going anywhere.
Here's
Full confidence.
my question for you on Uber. Actually, probably like my fourth question, because I'm very
I got another question too after you're done.
I do not like Uber. I think it is very apparent that I do not like Uber. So a company that's having trouble becoming profitable and an increased how do you want to say, discomfort between the management and the drivers and how much they're being paid, and a lot of Uber drivers are asking for a raise and more of a percentage being paid towards them, and the company's already not profitable. In what way do you see that this company becomes profitable while increasing drivers' percentage? They have to see a drastic raise in rides, don't you think? So do you think this is the transportation of the future? Is that why you're so bullish?
I do think this is the transportation of the future. I feel like you're going to see a lot less people actually buying cars and just using transportation like Uber and Lyft to get around places, because it's going to become so much cheaper to do that instead of actually buying a car. Right now, no one is even using a car, except if you're an Uber driver and driving people places. I also think with the rise of like self-driving cars, they can completely get rid of the drivers and that whole situation. But that
seems pretty far in the future, don't you think?
That's a lot. That's like long-term view.
I mean, you need 5G to unlock that, and
it's here. It's here. They're building the towers.
Yeah, but as very confident as people are that that's going to be a reality soon, a lot more goes into it than just saying we got 5G, now we got self-driving cars.
Well, yeah, no, it's going to take years and years for this to become a reality, but you got people like Elon. He is ripping for the boys. He is making this become a reality quicker than anybody that in the entire world has. So as long as this guy is ripping for us, as long as he doesn't die, we're all right.
What do you think about Uber Copter?
I like it. Dude, they're getting right into the rich part of society. Obviously, none of us.
Do you think? And this is like, I would guess that Uber and Lyft and these transportation companies are going to try to commercialize like that. And if they could take over airlines and be more affordable, like if they could like compete with like Spirit Airlines or something, like an Uber plane, and like transport people like that, I think that would be the best way to go about it.
Jets, transportation. I just see them taking over or taking some piece of every sort of transportation industry.
Okay,
And
final question.
Tons of money.
Final question about Uber. Have you seen those big wheels where people just put 2 feet on it and lean forward and the wheel moves them? Are you worried that in cities that will become more of the method of preferred transportation than cars? Because
People getting in
No,
cars and walking.
if I got that big wheel, I'm telling you right now, there's zero shot in getting an Uber. I'm zinging in that thing 3 miles.
Uber has the scooters, don't
yeah,
they?
I was just gonna say they have those scooters in bigger cities that you can
And
ride.
every single big city also has bikes. What are you gonna take, a scooter or a bike? I'm flying on a bike.
No, you're taking the scooter. Like in Charlotte, we have what is it, Lime. We have
Uber owns some of those companies
Uber
too, or at
owns
least part of them.
Spin.
They own Lime, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, so there you go.
I was in DC for 2 days and I saw like 5 of those busted on the side of the road.
Oh yeah, they just tossed them.
no, you pick them up
Broken.
wherever, and then you just leave them wherever.
Yeah, you leave them broken wherever. Apparently, at least in DC, that's how it's done.
Just I feel like they're doing a lot of stuff right. I feel like I feel like the sky's the limit for them.
What's
You know my favorite thing about those scooters is you walk past one and it's just tipped over, and I just picture some like ornery old man being so mad that people aren't walking and just tipping over everyone he sees. Okay, so we obviously had to talk about Uber. That's your biggest portfolio position. Are you not scared that Boeing is a piece of trash company that's going to be taken over by Raytheon Technologies?
Trump already said he's not letting Boeing go anywhere, so I'm fine.
Yeah, well, some would argue that Trump may need to go somewhere based on his recent comments.
I don't think America or any president will let Boeing go anywhere.
Okay.
We make too much of the military equipment.
Yeah, but do you not think Raytheon and United Technologies
Boeing's
merging
gonna-
together to make Raytheon Technologies is
Raytheon
not?
and United Technologies are in the commercial airline building of planes.
They're both in the same sector. It's called aerospace and defense. Do
Yeah,
some
but they
research.
don't,
Air
they don't
Force
actually
One.
build the planes.
Boeing makes Air Force One. They're
Boeing makes like
way too
Boeing
involved.
and Airbus are the two plane companies that make the actual like body of the plane.
They're in the same sector.
It's Boeing and
That's
Airbus.
the argument.
The only 2 companies in the world that make
Boeing and what?
an Airbus.
Raytheon makes some of the technology that goes into planes.
Boeing makes terrible planes, as shown over their past. What was it? 3 fouled new planes like in a row. I don't have the exact numbers there.
One
But
airplane crash and they're a terrible company. Come on.
one,
2, sorry.
they have an entire fleet of planes that have had problems.
I think it's overblown.
It definitely.
I think right now that they have.
Eric just wants to play the devil's advocate with his position.
No, okay, I'm thinking.
I'm fine with it.
No, because listen, you've got Boeing that's coming off of they're going to have terrible earnings to begin with because of their absolute disaster class of their what is it 737 747 Max. What was that one? 37?
I mean, I haven't.
They're going to have absolute disaster class because of that, right?
I know. I think people already.
So when they report earnings on top of COVID-19, you're already going to see a decrease, and you're going to see an even bigger decrease because of COVID-19, right?
Yeah.
And then you're going to see an insane amount of increased billions and billions and billions of dollars of debt to investors to keep their business afloat. I mean, there's got to be something better for you to put in your portfolio than Boeing. There's got to be.
They're gonna get.
You've got to wake up one morning, look in the mirror, and say Boeing sucks.
They don't.
I'm gonna put my money in Raytheon Technologies.
It's not like I've owned Boeing since when they were at $400. I mean, I just.
Oh no.
Well, the thing is they had 3 planes go down, and their stock price didn't really change that much. It didn't really.
It did?
Their stock price tanked because of that.
Yeah, but it came back so fast. It like didn't.
I don't know if it did.
No, it really didn't get affected that bad.
Okay, somebody pull up the chart because this is getting out of hand. I will not stand for any Boeing bullishness in this Zoom call.
We have a special guest.
I will not stand for any Zoom bullishness in this chat either. You hear me?
So we're talking about Luke's portfolio, and Luke has Coca-Cola. Ask Luke a Coke question because you're an investor in Coca-Cola as well.
I would not classify me as an investor, but Yeah, Luke, you'll be my guy if I do come up with any questions.
All right. Yeah, Coke. I mean, you can't go wrong with Coke. I mean, they've been increasing their dividend for 50 years now.
Yeah, I'm a pretty
Come on.
reliable customer too, so I'm all about sticking with brands. So
Luke, why do you think Coke is a better investment than PepsiCo?
It is Coke, and I like Coke better than Pepsi.
yeah, Pepsi. Hi, Jack.
Huh?
Hi.
I'm an
Hello.
investor in Pepsi and not Coke.
What up, Eric?
Hey,
Your hair is long as hell. You got that swoop going
yeah, the barbers are closed.
on.
That's true.
Damn.
I need to
This
get
is this is the only investors only.
Oh, this isn't Microsoft.
No, you're in the wrong club.
Oh, damn.
That was a nice little guest appearance.
I do think I need more blue chip in my board.
Why are you in Facebook over Snap?
All right, now she's gone.
Okay, all right,
I'm just gonna.
all right.
Okay, let's keep asking.
Getting
some.
a little crazy there.
Snapchat's horrible. Well,
Facebook-
Snapchat actually just rocketed up. Snapchat
Yeah.
just made a lot of money.
I'm
Bring
gonna
up-
put
Snapchat's doing
on
great.
Snapchat.
Bring up the Boeing.
Is Disneyland closing for 2021 or until 2021?
I've heard that. I heard that this morning.
Most
Actually.
likely, I would say.
Okay, here's the thing. We can analyze this very short term, very easily. Do I like Boeing short term? No, I think it sucks. Do I like Uber short term? No, I think it sucks. Do I like Disney short term? No, I think it's overpriced and it sucks.
I think you're super on the short term. You don't think for
Not
the
short
future.
term.
I'm saying short term. That is exactly what I just said, Andrew.
I think short term, these are the best deals you're gonna see.
I think
Disney's extremely overpriced.
$100 is a
Disney
bargain.
Plus is gonna be ungodly amount of revenue for them. in
They
the
have
sh- in the short term.
40% of the
In the
revenue
short
stream is
term?
parks, and they have to close until there's a vaccination.
Did
Okay,
you see
37%.
Netflix's earnings?
What did you say, Chris? 37%?
Yeah.
If you're really gonna screw me over
They're
on
gonna bring
3%,
the
But it's already
ungodly amount of
factored.
revenue.
It's already factored into their price.
do you think it's really factored into their price? Have you looked
Yeah,
at their book
anything-
value?
Anything
Have you looked at their value? They're
I don't know-
extremely
I don't know if-
overvalued right now.
I don't know if it's
What is
factored
Disney
into.
Plus?
I
Have
think
you
it's
heard of that?
extremely overvalued right now.
You know what Disney Plus is? Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah, it's free for everyone for like 12 months if you got Verizon or something like that.
Who's got Verizon?
Okay, okay, who cares about Disney Plus because Netflix just reported
What are people
Reported-
doing right now?
it. Okay, Disney brings out terrible content. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Besides,
Get out of
You know how
here.
many kids are at home right now that
Eric,
parents
what's-
need to keep-
Eric, what stock in this portfolio do you like?
What ones do I like? I like JP Morgan. I like Waste Management. I like Procter Gamble. I like 3M. Johnson Johnson's good. Apple's good. Facebook's really good. Southwest is good.
All right.
All right, I'm surprised you said Southwest is good.
I'm
I like
surprised
think
we had that
Southwest is
many
good.
that he liked.
I mean, any airline is probably a good investment.
I
It's a
think
good
you know
deal.
Southwest is innovative in their business plan. I mean, they've been around. They're gonna be around after this whole thing. I like Southwest.
Southwest.
Carnival, on the
also-
other hand,
Southwest also has like one of the lowest dividends compared to like all the other airlines. Like
Yeah, I think Southwest would be able to sustain
Like-
this. I just think
They
Boeing
can
short term is
sustain dividend
you're
for
putting
sure.
your money in the wrong thing. That's just right now. I think over the next year, I don't think Boeing's the play. I think you can get in a year from now.
I think I'm getting in on bargain basement prices on Boeing.
Yeah, I mean, if you want Boeing for life, then yeah, you're Boeing for life. But I just don't think it's the right play.
I think they'll be back at 400 in 5 years.
What are they at right now?
Rasso just texted me to
One-
make fun of me because I was making fun of Southwest a couple days ago.
130 even right now.
Here's my thing about Southwest. I think Delta and United are better, but Southwest is still a good play.
Southwest is that budget airline.
Southwest is a lot of United States travel.
And Rasso, if you
Almost
ever try to be
all
sneaky
United
like that
States
again,
And what's going to happen when America opens back up again? They're still not going to open up international travel. They'll open up American travel.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I like. That's why I like.
It was American travel,
That's
Southwest
why I
is
like
literally
American.
only American travel.
literally.
Yeah, I think Southwest is good. I just think Delta's better. Delta's
I
got
mean,
the best
a
book
lot
out of
of
every airline, in my
companies-
opinion.
A lot of companies use Southwest just because it's American travel. Like,
America.
I think Apple might be overpriced right now, but I think next
Apple,
quarter
yeah.
you're gonna see their earnings, and I think that SE, especially being $399, is gonna really increase their international presence. So I like Apple, even though it might be a little overpriced right now.
Luke,
Yeah.
did you watch the previous video? I don't see Nokia in here at all.
Yeah, what's wrong
Yeah,
with you?
I didn't follow. This is for entertainment purposes.
Listen. We want to talk about Nokia. I'm telling you,
No, we don't.
watched-
It's over. It's
we
over.
watched
about it.
we watched that bad boy jump from the $3 to $350. There's rumblings. I'm telling you, somebody's talking. Somebody's talking, and I'm telling you, Nokia is the bull of the year. Okay, 2 years. 2 years. Nokia's going to the moon.
you don't have any money in Nokia.
Nokia to the moon.
Ugh.
You have
Well-
no money in Nokia.
I do not have any money in Nokia.
I'm sorry, Brad.
Do not invest in what I say to invest in. I am a common investor, but I love Nokia.
Well, is there any closing thoughts on this portfolio? Any other jabs you want to take?
Yeah,
Well,
sell some Uber.
nah.
Buy some more.
Well, Uber's over 30 right now. I'm not buying.
What's your cost basis on Uber?
on Uber?
Yeah, or around like just around what is it?
$30. So I'm break even right now.
Oh, perfect. Sell it all and get in something actually good.
I should have bought a lot.
You don't lose any money. You don't got to watch him go down to $4 like Casper did. Yeah, where's your Casper?
I already sold it. I made a
Oh,
50% return in 2 weeks.
you sound like a day trader to me.
What's the one green thing that's not labeled?
That's
That
cannabis.
is Aurora Cannabis, ACB, 72 cents a share. I got a $1.63 cost basis. I have 80 shares.
That's some light work.
How do you have 80 shares?
Because it's $80.
My cost basis was $1.60.
Crispy, like, why do you have 80? Crispy, like, why do you have 80 shares? Not knowing that when I used to day trade, I would have 1,700 shares of a 16-cent stock. Flip that banger, and it was 17 cents.
If ACB does what it's done 3 times previous and goes to $10, I'll be here. Except they're gonna negative. They're gonna.
And then when you see it start to go down drastically, that means all the congressmen that know that it's not gonna. All the congressmen that know
their
it's not
yearly
gonna pass
stock
are
chart
selling.
is like awful.
Yeah.
Like 70% down.
I think I read somewhere that like billions and billions and billions of dollars were made shorting cannabis last year.
It's
So,
it's a long-term play.
I think that
That-
concludes it.
Yeah. That's gonna be it. You know, if you want
basically, your portfolio sucks. That
to
was
watch a
fun.
previous video. But that's gonna do it for today.
Can we do Eric's video next video or Eric's portfolio next video? I'd love to see that.
Sure.
Comment below if you want to see Eric's portfolio.
Let's rip apart his 3 stock portfolio.
Listen, I'm a stock picker, not some random disperser of 30 cents here or there to buy fractional shares of a bunch of BS.
Fractional share. I don't have a fractional share, except for my cash position. I have a fraction of a
That
dollar.
was fun. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, let's sign off.
Let's
All
cut
right.
it. We can cut the last 30 seconds off.